many modern cannabis consumers, finding the right experience presents a very specific biological dilemma. On one hand, there is the desire for a bright, energetic euphoria, a lift in mood that encourages conversation, but achieves this without triggering the anxiety or paranoia that can sometimes accompany highly stimulating strains. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum is the desire for profound physical relief. The goal here is a comforting, total release of bodily tension, but without the heavily sedated, immobile effect commonly known as couch lock. Achieving both of these states, a perfectly balanced 50-50 split of cerebral energy and physical relaxation, is extremely difficult. Traditional plant genetics typically force a compromise, leaning heavily toward one extreme or the other. A precise, modern botanical solution to this problem arrived through a specific breeding achievement known as Purple Runtz. Purple Runtz is an engineered botanical solution designed to deliver a precise two-stage physiological experience. To understand how the plant achieves this effect, we have to look at its genetic lineage. The first parent strain is Zkittlez, recognized in the botanical community for producing a distinctly fruity, candy-like flavor profile. The second parent is Gelato, a strain celebrated for cultivating an exceptionally smooth, creamy taste and its deeply relaxing physical properties. This genetic family tree shows how these lineages intersect. By crossing these two titans, breeders created the popular baseline strain Runtz. But through careful, continued selection, cultivators isolated a specific, rare purple phenotype from that baseline, yielding the variation we recognize today as Purple Runtz. By isolating this exact genetic expression, breeders established a highly complex sensory profile. The flower produces an aroma and flavor characterized by sweet grape, dark berries, and lavender, all layered over a base of sour fruit candy. Isolating this specific phenotype locked in the exact chemical compounds required to choreograph the user's impending two-stage physical high. The physiological timeline of this flower begins rapidly. Just a few minutes after intake, the user enters the first phase of the experience. Subjectively, this first wave feels like a rushing tide of cerebral euphoria. Stress quickly dissolves, replaced by a bright, happy, and highly sociable energy. This immediate psychological lift is driven primarily by a specific chemical compound found within the plant, the terpene limonene. Looking at this simplified cross-section of the human brain, we can see how limonene acts as a neurocatalyst. The bright, citrus-based compound actively stimulates the prefrontal cortex, uplifting the mind while simultaneously suppressing the brain's worry centers. This initial chemical reaction satisfies the consumer's need for energetic joy without triggering anxiety. And as the mind lifts, it perfectly primes the nervous system for the physical descent that follows. Once that cerebral ascension hits its peak, the internal timeline shifts. The bright mental energy levels out, and the secondary physical effects begin to take hold. Users describe this second wave as a warm, tingling sensation. It feels melty and heavy, gently draping over the body to release built-up physical tension. This highly specific physical response is orchestrated by the combined forces of two distinct terpenes, caryophyllene and linalool. This stylized nervous system illustrates linalool's function. The purple floral agent actively calms the central nervous system, smoothing sensory signals without inducing heavy sleepiness. Alongside it, caryophyllene acts as a spicy foundation targeting minor aches, bringing soft pulsing tension release to major joints. By bringing these two terpenes into precise alignment, Purple Runtz delivers a highly coveted state of profound physical peace, entirely avoiding the heavy anchor of total sedation. Zooming out from the individual user experience, the existence of a strain like Purple Runtz tells us a lot about the current state of modern agriculture. This strain proves that breeders can now deliberately manipulate phenotypes to curate highly specific, multi-stage physiological timelines. Because this is a highly potent, scientifically engineered hybrid, it demands a degree of respect. Consumers must approach it with mindful intent, paying close attention to their own physiological limits. That respect also extends to earthly edicts. users must strictly adhere to local and state laws, such as those governing possession and consumption within the state of Florida. Modern cannabis has evolved into a predictable, highly refined botanical science, moving past its origins as a simple wild weed.
What was I?